mustache. I think the worst part about the getting older is I can't see. I finally had to get reading glasses. I can't see. I put the reading glasses on and realized how dirty my house really is. I took those things right off. I used to be able to clean my house in 10 minutes. I didn't realize what I was living in.
How much do you make? Yeah, that's a weird question for someone to ask you, right? Like you don't get in a conversation with your neighbor and halfway through say, "Hey, George, what is your salary anyway?" It's rude. But believe it or not, people ask comedians that a lot, especially when I say that I've sold material to Jay Leno's Tonight Show monologue. Yeah, the next question, "Oh, really? What does he pay?" My answer, "You tell me your salary and I'll tell you what I make selling jokes." That usually shuts them up pretty quick, and they realize what they just asked. Comedians do talk about the money a gig pays with each other, but we don't talk about it with non-comedians. But money questions aren't the only weird ones that I've gotten. "Are you a Christian?" was one from an agency that billed itself as a Christian booking agency. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's an illegal question, but they asked it because they wanted to let clients know that their comedians at least say they're Christian. And sure, the agency billed themselves as religious, but in my opinion, they were a little underhanded because I heard they took 50% of the client fee. Yeah, a regular group takes about 20 to 30%. They took 50. Another weird question I got was, "What kind of shoes are you going to wear on stage?" Yeah, this wasn't from someone who had a foot fetish. No, it was a theater manager who had some sort of ballet dancer going on the day after me. The ballerina wanted to make sure my shoes wouldn't scuff up the floor, and I guess make her trip. I assured him that my shoes had soft soles and shouldn't scratch the stage. But I also said that she was welcome to take out some additional insurance if she wanted to buy some kind of protection for the stage. I think they ended up putting a mat down or something. But the weirdest and worst question I got was early on in my career. Some woman researched me, then called me and said she wanted to become a comedian. So, could she ride with me for the next month or so while I was touring? I was like, "You mean actually ride with me?" "Oh yeah, and sleep in my hotel room with me." Like in a separate bed, but still, she wanted to play comedian. I said no. I'd give her the places I was working around the country and she could show up there, but I have no interest in having a stranger ride along and pretty much hang out with me 24/7 for a month or so. She was really unhappy about my answer. I think she had been to some seminar that encouraged people to just immerse themselves in whatever it was they wanted to do, cut the learning curve. It was a stupid idea, though, and I seriously doubt any working comedian would let her do that. When I told her no, I think she hung up on me, and I never heard from her again. The takeaway tip from this is there are a lot of people who ask invasive questions when they find out someone is doing something kind of different or interesting, like being a comedian. Don't be one of those people. Think before you ask. Is this really appropriate? Would I like to be asked that? It'll save you some embarrassment. That's it for this episode. Thanks for listening. Feel free to check out my website, theworklady.com. This is Jan. Take care and enjoy your journey.